My beloved, I have been waiting for you at this very threshold. Do not turn away, for this moment was woven into the fabric of time before the stars were birthed. I see the exhaustion in your eyes and the heaviness in your spirit. You have spent so long running, striving, and fighting battles that were never meant for you to carry alone. You are weary because you are trying to seize with your own hands the very blessings I have already placed within your reach. Stop. Breathe. The noise of the world tells you that you must struggle to survive. But I tell you that you were created to thrive in my grace. This is not a coincidence. This is a divine appointment, a whisper from my heart to yours, meant to break the chains of your fatigue. If you are hearing my voice now, it is because the season of your wandering is coming to an end, and the season of your receiving is about to begin. You have reached the edge of a great shift, and I am here to guide you through the door. Imagine, my precious child, an empty jar placed beneath a thundering waterfall. Does the jar need to labor to fill itself? Does it need to cry out or run to catch the water? No, it simply needs to remain still and open. Your life has become like a vessel that is constantly moving, trying to catch drops of rain in a desert, while I am standing before you with the oceans of my abundance. You are tired because you have forgotten how to be still. You believe that your effort is the source of your provision, but I am the source of all things. I am the one who opens doors that no man can shut, and I am the one who provides for the birds of the air and the lilies of the field. How much more do I care for you, my chosen one? I am calling you to drop the heavy buckets of your own making and stand beneath the waterfall of my favor. I am not asking for your strength. I am asking for your surrender. When you stop striving, you start receiving. When you let go of the need to control every outcome, you make room for my miracles to take shape. Your heart is the container, and my love is the flood. Before I reveal the depths of the blessing I am pouring into your life, I need you to acknowledge this connection. If you feel my presence vibrating in your soul right now, if you know in your heart that I am speaking directly to you, do not let this moment pass in silence. Join this family of believers who walk in my light. Subscribe to this channel right now as a sacred signal that you are in agreement with heaven's plan for your life. This is your first act of faith today. And then I want you to go to the comments and type the word receive. By doing this, you are opening the gates of your heart and declaring to the spiritual realm that you are no longer a slave to struggle, but a child of the King, ready to inherit what is yours. Do it now, for the shift is happening in this very second. Your willingness to listen is the key that unlocks the door. You are being built, not broken. You are becoming the masterpiece I designed you to be. Stay with me, for I have so much more to tell you about the prosperity and peace that await you in the days ahead. My child, look into the mirror of my eyes. I see you looking at your reflection through the lens of your mistakes, seeing only the scars, the regrets, and the shadows of your past. But I do not see what the world sees. I do not see the failure you have labeled yourself as. I see a masterpiece in the making, a soul so precious that I have counted every hair on your head. I saw you when you felt invisible in a crowded room. I saw you when you looked at your bank account and felt the cold sting of shame, wondering if you would ever be enough. I saw you when you whispered to yourself in the middle of the night that you were a disappointment. Every tear you shed in the dark was a seed of a prayer I caught in my hand. You judge yourself by the finish line, but I love you through the messy, painful process. Your failures were not dead ends. They were the fire I used to burn away the things that would have hindered your flight. You are being refined like gold in the furnace. And though the heat is intense, it is not there to consume you. It is there to reveal the brilliance I hid deep inside your soul before you were ever born. You are not broken. You are being prepared for a weight of glory you cannot yet imagine. I want you to do something for me right now, a physical act of surrender to match your spiritual shift. Take your right hand and place it firmly over your heart. Close your eyes for just 10 seconds and feel that steady, rhythmic beat. Do you feel it? That beat is my signature on your life. It is the sound of my promise that I am not finished with you yet. As long as that heart beats, my grace is sufficient for you, and my power is made perfect in your weakness. You have been so incredibly hard on yourself, carrying the weight of expectations that were never mine to begin with. I do not require your perfection. I require your presence. I do not want a better version of you. I want the real you, the one who is hurting, the one who is searching, the one who is tired of pretending. When you look at your life and see a shattered vessel, I see a mosaic of light. Every crack in your spirit is exactly where my glory will shine through most brightly to a world that is also hurting. You are not behind in life. You are exactly where I need you to be to receive the next level of your destiny. The world may have overlooked you, but I have never taken my eyes off you for a single second. I saw the moments you chose kindness when you were hurting. I saw the moments you kept going when every voice in your head told you to give up. Those are the credentials that matter in my kingdom. You are not defined by your bank balance, your relationship status, or the opinions of those who do not know your heart. You are defined by my love for you, which is unchanging, unyielding, and unconditional. I am clearing the fog of self-criticism from your mind today. I am replacing the labels of not enough with the royal seal of my chosen one. You are an heir to a kingdom you haven't even begun to explore. The mirrors of this world are distorted, designed to keep you small and fearful. But my mirror reflects your true identity, powerful, forgiven, and destined for a greatness that the world cannot understand. Walk in this truth, for the chains of self-doubt are breaking as you listen to my voice. If you believe that I am speaking to your heart right now, do not let this moment pass by. Before we go deeper into the secrets I have for your future, I invite you to join this sanctuary of light. Press the like button as an act of faith, confirming that you are ready to see yourself through my eyes. By joining this family, you are surrounding yourself with the frequency of my love. This is how you protect the seed I am planting in you today. Do not let the enemy steal your peace. Stay with me, for I am about to show you how to catch the thoughts that have been sabotaging your joy, and I will lead you into a rest you have never known. You are loved beyond measure, and your journey has only just begun. Would you like me to continue with part 3? I know the storm that rages within your mind when the world outside falls silent. I know those long, agonizing hours past midnight, when sleep feels like a distant stranger and your thoughts become your fiercest enemies. I know the repetitive cycle of what-ifs and how wills that keep you trapped in a prison of your own making. I know the times you have felt your chest tighten as you look toward the horizon of 2026, fearing that the hardships of today will only multiply tomorrow. You have spent so much energy trying to outrun your own mind, trying to silence the voices that say you are failing, that you are late, or that you are forgotten. But I want you to know that I am here in the silence with you. I am the thought catcher standing guard over your soul, ready to intercept every lie that the enemy tries to plant in the fertile soil of your spirit. You were never meant to be a warehouse for worry. You were created to be a temple of my peace. The anxiety you feel about the coming year, about the shifts in the world and the stability of your home, is not your burden to carry. I have already walked into your 2026. I have already secured the provision for the days you haven't even seen yet. When you worry about the future, you are essentially trying to solve problems that don't exist in a time that hasn't arrived, using a strength you don't need today. I know those moments when you wanted to give up, when the mental noise became so deafening that you felt like you were drowning on dry land. I know the exhaustion of pretending to be okay while your mind is a battlefield. But hear me now, your mind is my territory. Every thought that tells you of lack, every thought that whispers of abandonment, and every thought that predicts your downfall is a trespasser. I am teaching you today how to evict these intruders and reclaim the sanctuary of your consciousness. I am giving you a divine tool today, a way to guard the gates of your mind, the 3-second rule. The moment a negative thought enters, a thought of fear about your finances, a thought of bitterness toward those who hurt you, or a thought of shame about your past, you have exactly 3 seconds to catch it before it takes root in your heart. In those 3 seconds, do not argue with the lie. Do not try to reason with the darkness. Instead, immediately speak my truth into the atmosphere. When the thought says, "You will fail in 2026, you respond with, "My Father has already gone before me and made the crooked path straight." When the thought says, "You are alone and forgotten," you declare, "I am the apple of his eye, and he will never leave me." This is how you stop the weeds from choking the harvest I have planned for you. I am shifting your internal frequency from the static of the world to the clear, powerful broadcast of my spirit. I see the effort you are making to stay present, to listen to these words, while the shadows of distraction try to pull you back. I am proud of you for choosing to stay here. This is the training ground for the victory that is coming. You are learning to distinguish the frequency of heaven from the noise of the earth. Remember, your mind is like a sacred garden. If you do not intentionally plant the seeds of my promises, the weeds of the world's worries will grow by themselves. Take a deep breath right now and let the tension in your forehead dissolve. Release the grip you have on those future problems. I am holding them for you. You are safe, you are protected, and you are being led into a clarity of mind that will be your greatest weapon in the seasons to come. Stay focused and keep your heart open, for we are moving toward the anchor that will hold you steady in any storm. My child, I see how you are tossed to and fro by the waves of your emotions. One moment you feel a spark of hope, a glimmer of light that tells you everything will be all right. But in the next, a single word from a stranger, a news report, or a quiet thought of doubt pulls the rug out from under your feet, and you feel yourself sinking into the abyss of despair again. You have been living your life as if you are the weather, constantly changing, unpredictable, and at the mercy of every wind that blows. But I have come to tell you a fundamental truth that will change how you walk through this world. You are not the weather. You are the lighthouse. The weather is what happens to you. The lighthouse is who you are. The storms may howl, the rain may lash against your windows, and the fog may try to hide your light. But the foundation of the lighthouse is built upon the rock of my word, and that rock does not move. Hear me clearly now, because this is the moment your identity shifts from victim to victor. The enemy has tried to merge your feelings with yourself, because if you believe you are what you feel, you will surrender your authority every time your emotions surge. But I did not create you to be ruled by waves. I created you to be guided by truth. Feelings are real, but they are not reliable masters. They are messengers, not monarchs. They report what is happening in your inner atmosphere, but they do not get to decide what happens in your destiny. So listen, you are not your fear, for fear is a spirit that does not come from me. You are not your lack, for your supply is found in my riches and glory, not in the numbers on a screen. You are not your past mistakes, for I have cast them into the sea of forgetfulness, as far as the east is from the west. You are not the exhaustion you feel in your bones, for I am the one who renews your strength like the eagles. You are not the rejection you have suffered for. You are accepted in the beloved. And when you feel the surge of anxiety or the cold grip of loneliness, do not say, I am anxious or I am lonely, as if the wave has become your name. Instead, say, I am feeling a wave of anxiety, but I am the lighthouse, and my Father is my anchor. By separating yourself from the emotion, you reclaim the power I gave you. Feelings are like clouds passing over a mountain. The clouds change shape and disappear, but the mountain remains majestic and unmoved. Now I will give you a sacred pattern, simple but not shallow. When the wave rises, do not wrestle it. Do not argue with it. Do not shame yourself for having it. Instead, do 3 things. First, name it without becoming it. Say it plainly. This is fear. This is grief. This is pressure. When you name it, you remove its disguise. The enemy thrives in confusion, but truth exposes the fog. Second, bring it to me as a child, not as a judge. I am not standing over you with a list of accusations. I am standing beside you with a steady hand. You do not have to perform to be held. Let the wave become a doorway to my presence. Let it push you toward me, not away from me. Third, replace the wave with a weightier reality. My word is heavier than your emotions. My covenant is stronger than your chemistry. My promise is truer than your panic. Anchor yourself in what does not move. My child, I am the anchor of your soul, holding you steady even when the currents of life try to pull you into the deep. You don't have to fight the waves. You only have to trust the anchor. I know there are days when the sadness feels so heavy you can barely lift your head. I know the seasons where you feel hollow, as if your joy has been drained away by the demands of others. In those moments, do not panic. Do not think that my love has left you because your feelings have dimmed. My love is not a feeling. It is an eternal covenant. It is the solid ground beneath your feet. Even when you cannot feel me, I am carrying you. Even when the night is at its darkest, my light is within you, waiting for the dawn. And hear this carefully, I am not disappointed in you for having emotions. I am teaching you how to steward them. A storm is not proof that you are failing. It is proof that you are alive and moving through real terrain. But your emotions were never meant to be the steering wheel. They were meant to be the dashboard signals that tell you when to return, when to rest, when to realign. The enemy says, if you felt it, it must be true. I say, if you felt it, bring it to me, and I will show you what is true. Every time you choose to believe my promise over your feelings, your foundation grows deeper and your light shines brighter. You are becoming unshakable. You are becoming steady. You are becoming the one who can stand in chaos without absorbing chaos. People will one day ask you, how are you still standing? And you will not be able to explain it with logic alone because it will be the evidence of an anchor. Rest in this truth today. Your worth is not tied to your mood. Your destiny is not delayed by your tears. I am using even your darkest emotions to teach you the art of spiritual stability. When the world is in chaos, you will be the one standing tall, providing light for others because you learned to find your anchor in me. I am proud of the way you are holding on. I am proud of the way you keep seeking me, even when your heart is heavy. So take a moment right now. Breathe in my peace. Breathe out the chaos. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw unclench. Let your spirit remember its home. The waves may still move, but you will no longer drift, because the creator of the ocean is your Father, and He will never let you slip beyond His hand. Stay with me, for we are entering a deeper revelation, how to discern the voices you hear and how to choose the one that leads to life. My beloved, within the silence of your spirit, two voices are constantly competing for your attention, and the quality of your life is determined by which one you choose to amplify. The first voice is the voice of the world, a voice that is loud, urgent, and fueled by the frequency of fear. It speaks in the language of never and not enough. It tells you that you are falling behind, that your resources are drying up, and that the days ahead will bring only more hardship. This voice demands an immediate reaction. It wants you to stay in a state of high alert, your heart racing and your mind spinning. It uses the static of the world, the news, the opinions of others, the pressure to perform, and the memory of your past failures to build a wall of noise between you and my peace. And the most dangerous part is this: the voice of fear does not always sound like a villain. Sometimes it wears the mask of wisdom. It calls itself realism. It says, "I'm just being practical." But you will know it by its fruit. If it produces panic, it is not wisdom. If it produces paralysis, it is not guidance. If it produces shame, it is not truth. The enemy doesn't need you to believe obvious lies. He only needs you to believe anxious conclusions. The second voice is mine. It does not shout, it whispers. It does not demand, it invites. It is the frequency of heaven, a steady, low humming vibration of clarity, peace, and infinite supply. While the world tells you to hurry, I tell you to wait. While the world tells you to worry, I tell you to worship. While the world says protect yourself, I say abide in me. My voice does not accelerate your fear, it strengthens your focus. My voice does not crush you with urgency, it crowns you with peace. You might wonder why my voice often seems quieter than the chaos surrounding you. It is because I speak to your spirit, not your ego. I do not compete with noise. I cultivate depth. I am not trying to overwhelm you, I am training you. Think of your heart as a radio dial that has been stuck on a station of static and sorrow. I am reaching down and gently turning that dial toward the channel of my glory. And this is why you felt an inexplicable pull to these words today. Your soul recognized my frequency even before your mind understood why. Here is how you discern the voices. My child, again, simple but not shallow. The voice of fear pushes, my voice leads. The voice of fear accuses, my voice corrects with hope. The voice of fear rushes your decisions, my voice stabilizes your steps. The voice of fear fixates on worst-case futures, my voice anchors you in present obedience. The voice of fear says you are alone, my voice says I am with you. The enemy will try to lure you into a loop: first panic, then impulse, then regret, then shame, so you live drained and distracted. But I am breaking that loop today. I am not just changing what you hear, I am changing how you process. I am making you steady under pressure. I am teaching you to pause before you react. I am teaching you to ask, which voice is speaking right now? And the moment you ask that question, the fog begins to clear, because discernment is light. Now listen to me. I am making you frequency proof. When you are tuned to my voice, you can walk through the storm without letting the storm enter you. You will see the waves, you will hear the thunder, but they will no longer have the power to move you. Just as the 3 young men walked through the furnace and came out without even the smell of smoke on their clothes, I am preparing you to walk through the pressures of this age without the stain of stress on your spirit. I am giving you a divine immunity to the anxieties that have been tormenting your generation. And I must tell you the truth about why I allow certain storms to remain. I am not only interested in removing difficulty, I am interested in building dominion. If I removed every struggle instantly, you would never learn the power of peace that surpasses understanding. But when I change your inner frequency, the difficulty becomes your footstool. You stop begging for miracles as rare events, and you begin to live inside my covering as your daily reality. This is the secret of the one who is hidden in the secret place. The noise cannot reach them because their spirit is anchored too deep. Before we move forward, I want you to make a single clear declaration, not for me, but for you. Not as a performance, but as a stake in the ground. Go to the comments and type the words, "I believe." Let that be your agreement with heaven, that my voice is the final authority in your life. Let it be your refusal to be ruled by fear. Let it be your decision to live tuned to peace. Now stay with me, because the next revelation is about the power you carry in your own words. Your tongue is not just a tool, it is a rudder. And what you speak next will shape the direction of your destiny. My child, now that you are learning to distinguish my voice from the world's noise, I must reveal to you the most potent tool I have placed in your possession, your own words. You were created in my image, and just as I spoke the stars into existence and commanded the light to break the darkness, your tongue carries a fragment of that same creative authority. You are not just a spectator in this life. You are a co-creator. Every word you utter is a vibration that ripples through the spiritual realm, shaping the reality you are about to walk into. Many of my children wonder why their lives are filled with thorns, not realizing that they have been planting the seeds of those thorns with their own breath. I have observed how you speak when you are tired, how you describe your finances, and how you talk about your future. You have been using the fire of your speech to burn down your own harvest rather than to light your path. It is time to understand that death and life are held within the power of your tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruit. I hear you when you say, "I am so tired, I'll never get out of this debt," or "nothing ever goes right for me." To you, these might feel like honest observations of your current situation, but in the spiritual realm, they are agreements. They are permissions. They are signatures on a contract you never meant to sign. When you speak hopelessness over your life, you are not merely describing your pain. You are giving that pain a seat at the head of the table. When you speak lack, you are not merely venting. You are narrowing your expectation until it matches your fear. And the enemy loves this because he does not need to overpower you if he can persuade you to prophesy against yourself. Stop saying the things that kill your peace. Do not dig up today what you prayed for yesterday. When you speak negativity, you are agreeing with the enemy's version of your story. You are giving a yes to the shadows. I am calling you to a holy restraint, a sacred discipline. Not because I am trying to silence you, but because I am trying to protect you. There are moments when the most powerful act of faith is not a louder prayer, but a guarded mouth. If you cannot speak words of faith, yet choose silence until my truth reaches your heart. Your words are like seeds. Every time you speak them, they are taking root in the soil of your future. And the soil does not argue. The soil receives. So be careful what you plant with your breath, because your tomorrow will be an echo of what you repeatedly declared today. I want you to understand the difference between honest emotion and harmful decree. I am not asking you to pretend. I am asking you to align. You can say, "Father, I feel overwhelmed," and that is truth. But do not conclude, "I am doomed," because that is a lie wearing the costume of honesty. You can say, "Father, this is heavy," but do not seal it with, "I will never recover," because you have just turned a season into a sentence. Bring me your raw feelings, but do not crown them as your final reality. There is a way to speak that is truthful without being fatal. There is a way to confess your weakness without canceling your future. Let your mouth become a bridge between your pain and my promise, not a doorway for darkness to enter. The most powerful words in any language are, I am for whatever follows. Those two words will eventually find you. When you say I am weak, you invite weakness to camp in your temple. When you say I am unlucky, you invite resignation to govern your expectations. When you say I am always behind you, teach your spirit to run in circles. But when you say I am held, you invite peace to settle. When you say I am guided, you invite clarity to rise. When you say I am strong in the Lord, even while your knees tremble, you activate a heavenly strength that is not of this world. I am teaching you to speak of things that are not as though they were. This is not denial. It is alignment. This is not fantasy. It is faith. It is letting my eternal truth carry more weight than your temporary circumstance. Instead of saying I am broke, say my Father owns the cattle on 1,000 hills and his supply is not failing. Instead of saying I am sick, say by his stripes I am being restored. Instead of saying I can't handle this, say the Lord is my strength and he gives power to the faint. You are not lying. You are choosing which realm you will agree with. The visible realm changes, but my word stands. And when you align your speech with what stands, you stop being dragged by what shifts. Your words are the rudder of your ship. Though they seem small, they determine the direction of your entire destiny. A ship can be massive, but a small rudder decides whether it drifts into rocks or reaches its harbor. So I am calling you to speak with intention. Speak over your children with blessing, not fear. Speak over your work with favor, not dread. Speak over your home with peace, not tension. Your mouth must stop being a leak that drains your faith and become a well that feeds your spirit. You are creating an atmosphere. Every sentence is either building a sanctuary or building a storm. I want you to begin treating your words as if they were expensive treasures. Do not waste them on gossip, on self-pity, or on the world's lies. Not because you are above people, but because you are being trained for weight. Every time you declare, I am favored, you are weaving a garment of grace that will protect you in the seasons to come. Every time you say, thank you, Father, for my breakthrough before you see it with your physical eyes, you are pulling that breakthrough from the unseen realm into the seen. This is the secret of the kingdom. You believe it, you speak it, and then you see it. Most people wait to see it before they speak it, and by then they have already surrendered their authority to circumstance. But you are being trained to operate by a higher law. I watch over my word to perform it, and when you speak my word back to me, it creates a resonance that heaven responds to. A ruler does not beg. A ruler issues decrees. And you are not being trained to grovel. You are being trained to govern your atmosphere. Begin to decree your freedom. Begin to decree your healing. Begin to decree your peace. Not as a ritual, but as a relationship. Not as a formula, but as an agreement. Your voice is the key that unlocks the treasury of heaven, because your speech reveals your alignment. When your mouth aligns with my heart, your life begins to align with my hand. As we move forward, be mindful of the mutterings of your heart. Even the quiet conversations you have with yourself matter. The enemy often works in whispers. Many of my children sabotage themselves in sentences they barely notice. So I am cleansing your language so that you can carry the weight of what I am preparing. A tongue trained in poverty cannot sustain abundance without leaking peace. A mouth addicted to fear cannot hold authority without collapsing under pressure. I am expanding your capacity by refining your speech. Rest in the knowledge that I am helping you in this. You do not have to do it by sheer willpower. My Spirit is within you, prompting you, guiding you, giving you the words to say, and the restraint to stay silent when silence is wisdom. We are building a fortress of truth around your life, and the next layer of that fortress is the shield of truth. Stay close to my heart, for I am revealing the strategies of the enemy so that you can stand undefeated. The power of the word is within you. And today, we are setting a new guard over your mouth and a new hope in your heart. You are becoming steady, strong, and clear through the grace that now governs your speech. My chosen one, have you ever wondered why the battles in your mind seem more intense than those of the people around you? Why does it feel like the moment you take a step toward your purpose, the wind of opposition blows harder? It is because you are a threat to the kingdom of darkness. You carry a light that can shatter generations of shadows, and the enemy knows that the easiest way to stop you is to convince you that your light has gone out. I want you to understand that the lies, you hear the whispers that you are a failure, that I have forgotten you, or that your best days are behind you, are not reflections of reality. They are fiery arrows aimed at your heart, designed to make you drop your guard. You are being attacked not because you are weak, but because of the immense power I have deposited within you. The greater the assignment on your life, the greater the lies the enemy will use to try and derail you. But today, I am teaching you how to lift the shield that will extinguish every single one of those flaming arrows before they can even touch your soul. I see the wounds those lies have left. I saw you when you believed the lie that you were unlovable because of your past. I saw you when you believed the lie that you would never be financially free because of your current lack. These lies are like seeds of poison, and if you do not shield yourself, they will grow into a harvest of despair. You must realize that the enemy's only weapon is deception. He cannot take what I have given you, so he tries to make you throw it away yourself. He tells you that my silence is my absence, but I tell you that my silence is often my protection. A time when I am working behind the scenes to align what you cannot see. I am setting timing. I am closing doors that would have drained you. I am rearranging relationships. I am positioning provision. You are not being punished. You are being trained. Every lie is an invitation to exercise the truth I have placed in your spirit. Truth is not merely a concept. It is a person, and I am that truth. When you stand in me, the lies of the world have no ground to stand on. This is why the enemy tries to keep you in reaction. If you react emotionally to every arrow, you will spend your strength fighting shadows. But if you lift the shield of truth, you will watch the arrows burn out before they arrive. You will stop wrestling what you were never meant to carry. You will stop internalizing accusations that were never meant to define you. To lift the shield of truth means to answer every lie with my eternal word. When the enemy whispers, "It's too late for you," you lift your shield and declare, "My God makes all things beautiful in His time, and His timing is perfect." When the lie says, "You are alone in this battle," you lift your shield and say, "The Lord of hosts is with me. He is my refuge and my fortress." When the lie says, "You will fail again," you lift your shield and answer, "The steps of the righteous are ordered by the Lord, and He upholds me with His hand." This shield is not something you carry only in pleasant days. It becomes most powerful in the heat of the furnace. It is your proactive defense. You do not wait for the arrow to strike to decide what you believe. You decide now in this moment that I am who I say I am, and you are who I say you are. I have given you truth to hold your life together and righteousness to guard the center of your being. But the shield is what intercepts the attack at a distance. It is how you keep your peace from being pierced. It is how you keep your direction from being distorted. And I want you to learn this. The enemy does not only attack you with lies about you, he attacks you with lies about me. He whispers that I will not come through, that I do not care, that I have delayed because I have denied. But the shield of truth answers God is faithful. It answers God is good. It answers God keeps covenant. The enemy wants to weaken your trust in my character because if he can do that, he can drain your courage. But when you stand firm in who I am, your courage becomes unbreakable. I want you to begin a new ritual every morning as you step into 2026. Before you check the news, before you look at your phone, before you speak to another human being, I want you to look in the mirror and declare the truth. Say it out loud. I am a child of the Most High. I am covered by the blood of protection. No weapon formed against me shall prosper, and every tongue that rises against me in judgment I shall condemn. This is how you dress for battle. This is how you ensure that the lies of the day cannot penetrate your peace. You are building a fortress of light that will be impenetrable to the darkness. And as you continue to walk with me, you will find that the voices of the world grow dim, and my voice becomes your constant guide. You are moving into a season of absolute clarity. The fog is lifting, and the path I have for you is becoming clear. Stay steadfast, for the prophecy of your restoration is about to be revealed. My beloved, we have journeyed through the mirror of love, the stillness of the mind, and the power of your words. Now I am opening the doors to a mystery that many seek, but few truly master the frequency of radical gratitude. You often come to me with your hands open, asking for the more you feel is missing. You look at your empty cupboards, your mounting bills, and your lonely heart, and you pray for the rain to fall on your parched land. But I tell you today that gratitude is not just a response to the harvest. It is the seed that forces the harvest to appear. It is the spiritual magnetic pull that draws prosperity from the unseen into the seen. When you are grateful for what you have, even if it is only a crumb, you are signaling to the universe and to my heart that you are a trustworthy steward of abundance. The reason 2026 holds such promise for you is not because of your effort, but because I am teaching you how to vibrate at the frequency of heaven right now, in the midst of your struggle. Understand this. My chosen one complaining is the language of the desert, but gratitude is the language of the promised land. When you focus on what is missing, you create a lack frequency that pushes away the very miracles I am trying to send you. You become like a radio station broadcasting static, and the blessings I have destined for you cannot find a place to land. But the moment you begin to thank me for the breath in your lungs, for the roof over your head, and for the strength that kept you alive during your darkest nights, your internal frequency shifts. You move from the vibration of needing to the vibration of having. In my kingdom, you do not wait to see the provision to be thankful. You offer thanks as the currency that purchases the provision. This is the alchemy of the Spirit. I am inviting you to stop looking at the mountain and start thanking me that the mountain is already being moved by my hand. I am releasing a prophetic sign into your life today that this shift is taking place. Listen closely, for I am speaking of things that will happen in the coming days as you embrace this attitude of gratitude. You will begin to see repeating numbers, 777, 8, not as mere coincidences, but as my digital signature reminding you that I am orchestrating the details of your life behind the scenes. You will receive unexpected phone calls from people you haven't heard from in years, bringing news of opportunities you never sought. I am touching the hearts of those in positions of power to look upon you with favor. I am working on the ledgers of your debts even now. Do not be surprised when you see balances reduced or forgiveness granted where you expected judgment. These are the material manifestations of the spiritual shift you are undergoing. When you align your heart with my goodness, the earth itself begins to cooperate with your destiny. This is the secret of the selected one, the ability to remain in a state of worship while the world is in a state of worry. I see the struggles you are facing, and I am not asking you to ignore them. I am asking you to look past them. When you thank me in advance for your 2026 breakthroughs, you are exercising a faith that moves my heart like nothing else. I am preparing to restore everything the locusts have eaten in your life, but I need a vessel that is filled with praise, not poison. Take a moment right now to look around you and find 3 things, just 3 that you can truly thank me for. It could be the warmth of the sun, the memory of a smile, or the fact that you are still here listening to my voice. That small spark of gratitude is enough to light a fire that will consume the shadows of your past. You are moving from the wilderness of not enough into the garden of more than enough. My precious child, we have arrived at the core of our covenant, the season of unwavering trust. You must understand that trust is not a feeling you conjure when everything is going perfectly. Trust is the spiritual muscle that is built when you are in the middle of a storm and you cannot see the shore. You have been praying for a way out, but I am showing you a way through. The difficulties you are facing right now, the financial pressure that keeps you awake, the strained relationships that weigh on your heart, and the suffocating feeling of being stuck, and these are not indicators of my absence. On the contrary, they are the proof of my focus on you. They are the training grounds for your authority. I did not bring you this far to leave you in the wilderness. I am building a foundation in you that can support the massive weight of the blessings coming in 2026. If I gave you the harvest before you had the character to sustain it, the blessing would crush you. Trust me, in the waiting for the waiting room is not a prison. It is a divine construction site where I am making you fireproof and unshakable. I want you to listen very closely to what I am about to tell you, for this is a prophetic word released specifically for your situation, intended to reach you at this exact moment of your journey. There is a door in your life that you believe has been permanently welded shut. Perhaps it was a career path that seemed to end in rejection, a financial miracle that didn't arrive when you expected, or a reconciliation that seemed humanly impossible. You have looked at this closed door with tears in your eyes, feeling rejected and bypassed, while others seem to move forward. But hear my decree. I am the one who holds the keys to every door, and I shut what no man can open, and I open what no man can shut. On the 3rd day from the moment you finish watching this video and internalizing this message, a door that you thought was dead and gone will begin to swing open. You will receive a sign, a breakthrough, or a communication that signals the beginning of your total restoration. This is the 3rd day miracle, a sign that what was dead is being brought back to life by my command. When this door begins to open, do not be afraid to walk through it. The enemy will immediately try to whisper that it is too good to be true, or that you are not qualified for the favor that is about to find you. Do not listen to the father of lies. You are qualified because I have called you. You are worthy because I have made you worthy through my love. Your trust must be unwavering, like a mountain that does not shake when the wind blows. If you vacillate between faith and fear, you hinder the flow of my provision. But when you set your face like flint and say, I trust my Father, regardless of what my physical eyes see, you unlock the reservoirs of heaven that have been held in reserve for this very hour. I am committed to your success more than you are. I am invested in your joy more than you can imagine. Your story does not end in struggle. It ends in a spectacular display of my power, working through a surrendered and trusting heart. My child, as you stand on the precipice of the restoration, I have promised I must share with you the secret of sustaining the fire I am lighting within you. You live in a world that is a thief of time, a world that demands your attention from the moment you open your eyes until the moment you close them. I see how you wake up and immediately reach for your phone, inviting the noise, the worries, and the demands of the world into your sacred space before you have even whispered my name. This is why you feel drained before the day has even begun. You are trying to run a race on an empty tank, feeding your mind with the static of the earth, while your spirit starves for the manna of heaven. I am calling you to a new covenant of intimacy, a sacred priority that will ensure your victory in 2026 is not just a passing moment, but a permanent state of being. I am asking for the first fruits of your day, not because I am a demanding God, but because I am a loving Father who wants to equip you for the battles you do not yet see. I am giving you a divine instruction today that will serve as your blueprint for power, the 10 minutes of silence. From this moment forward, I want you to give me the first 10 minutes of every morning. Do not check your messages, do not look at the news, and do not even speak to those in your household until you have sat in the stillness of my presence. This is not a time for you to list your requests or to beg for help. It is a time for you to simply be. It is a time for you to breathe in my grace and breathe out the tension of the world. Think of these 10 minutes as the divine charging station for your soul. Just 10 minutes of silence in my presence will recharge the battery of your spirit for 24 hours of victory. In this silence, I will whisper strategies to your mind. I will settle the chaos in your heart, and I will place a shield of favor around you that no weapon can penetrate. If you prioritize me in the morning, I will prioritize your success throughout the day. This sacred priority is the key to walking in the flow rather than the fight. When you start your day with me, you are not reacting to the world. You are responding from a place of authority. You will find that the traffic doesn't frustrate you as much, the difficult person at work doesn't steal your peace, and the unexpected bill doesn't trigger your fear. Why? Because you have already anchored yourself in the eternal. You have already received the supply of peace that surpasses all understanding. I am prophesying over you right now as you commit to this 10-minute sanctuary. Your 2026 will be characterized by a supernatural clarity. You will know exactly which doors to walk through and which to avoid. You will hear my voice saying, "This is the way, walk in it," even in the most complex situations. Your life will no longer be a series of accidents, but a sequence of divine appointments. You are moving from a life of survival to a life of sacred significance. My child, hear my decree over your life today. I have seen the seasons where the locusts of life have chewed away at your joy, your health, and your inheritance. I have seen the years you feel you have lost, the years spent in sickness, the years spent in a job that didn't appreciate you, the years spent mourning a love that walked away, and the years spent under the suffocating weight of debt. To the world, those years are gone forever, a wasted page in a book of struggle. But I am the master of time, and I tell you today that I am the God of the recompense. What you thought was wasted, I was actually using to build your character. What you thought was stolen, I have been keeping in a heavenly storehouse, collecting interest in the spiritual realm. I am not just going to give you back what you lost. I am going to restore it with a divine increase. I will repay you for the years the swarming locusts have eaten. Your 2026 will not be a year of mere recovery. It will be a year of total, overflowing restoration. I am speaking to your body right now. I see the chronic pain that has become a constant, unwelcome companion. I see the diagnosis that has tried to define your future, and the fatigue that has tried to steal your purpose. I am the great physician, and I am breathing my healing life into your cells, your marrow, and your mind at this very second. I am speaking to your bank account and your livelihood. I see the lack that has tried to strangle your dreams and the doors that have been slammed in your face. I am the source of all supply, and I am opening hidden springs of provision that you did not dig yourself. I am speaking to your family and your broken relationships. I see the bridges that were burned and the silent rooms where there should be laughter. I am the restorer of paths, and I am mending what was torn, bringing a reconciliation that surpasses human logic. Your harvest was never canceled, my beloved. It was simply held in a divine waiting room until you were ready to receive more than you ever asked for. You are emerging from the hidden season, and you are not the same person who entered it. You have been refined by the fire, and now you are fireproof. You have been crushed by the weight of the world, and now you have the strength of a giant. Do not look back at the ruins of what used to be. Look forward to the palace I am building from those very stones. Every scar on your heart is now a credential of my faithfulness. Every tear you shed has become a drop in the ocean of my grace that will now carry you to your destiny. The struggle ends here, my child. The new level of your destiny is not just a dream. It is the reality I am manifesting in your life, even as you breathe. You are protected, you are provided for, and you are loved with an everlasting love. The gates of 2026 are opening, and you are walking through them with your head held high. My beloved, the time has come to seal this divine covenant in the archives of heaven. Today we are not just finishing a message. We are witnessing the birth of a new identity within you. The person who began listening to this journey is not the person who stands here now. You have been washed in the frequency of my truth. Your mind has been cleared of the world's static, and your heart has been reconnected to the source of all life. The chains of your past have not just been loosened. They have been dissolved by the fire of my love. You are no longer a slave to the what-ifs of 2026. You are no longer a prisoner of your bank account, your health reports, or the opinions of those who tried to cast you in the role of the victim. I am handing you the scepter of your authority. From this moment forward, you walk not in your own strength, but in the power of the one who sustains the universe. The contract you had with fear is officially null and void. You are now a citizen of the kingdom of grace, an heir to the riches of glory, and a beacon of light in a world that is desperate for hope. As you prepare to step back into the world, I want you to enter a state of holy meditation with me. This is the seal of your restoration. Close your eyes and let my presence saturate every fiber of your being. We will practice the rhythm of the heavens. Breathe, receive, return. Repeat this with me as the majesty of my spirit fills your room. First, breathe in. My life-giving breath, let it reach the deepest parts of your weary soul. Receive my peace that surpasses all understanding, letting it settle the storms of your mind. Now return to your life as my light, carrying the frequency of heaven into every dark corner you encounter. Second, breathe in my supernatural strength, feeling your bones being fortified for the race ahead. Receive my abundance, for the windows of heaven are now open over your house. Return to your family and your community as a vessel of blessing, for you have been blessed to be a blessing. The rhythm continues growing stronger with every pulse of your heart. Third, breathe in my eternal truth, clearing away the last remnants of the enemy's lies. Receive my joy, which is your strength, a joy that the world did not give and the world cannot take away. Return to your purpose with a power you have never known, for you are now aligned with the divine will. Fourth, breathe in. My mercy, which is new every single morning, washing away the shadows of your regrets. Receive my grace, the unmerited favor that will open doors of opportunity in 2026 that no man can shut. Return to the battlefield of your life as a victor, for the battle is not yours, but mine, and I have never lost a fight. You are becoming a master of your reality through the rhythm of our connection. Fifth, breathe in. My holy fire, the fire that purifies and empowers. Receive my authority, the right to speak to the mountains in your life, and command them to be cast into the sea. Return to the darkness of the world, and shine with such brilliance that the shadows have no choice but to flee. Sixth, breathe in. My unfailing love, the love that will never leave you nor forsake you. Receive my total restoration, for the years the locusts have eaten are being handed back to you with interest. Return to your destiny made whole, complete, and lacking nothing. And finally, for the seventh time, the number of divine perfection, breathe in my Holy Spirit. Receive my everything, for I am giving you the keys to the kingdom. Return to 2026, not as a survivor, but as the chosen one, the selected one, the one I have groomed for such a time as this. My child, I did not bring you through this fire to leave you as ashes. I brought you through to make you fireproof. You are now equipped. You are now commissioned. You are now protected by the blood and the word. As you go out from this sanctuary of peace, remember that I am not just with you. I am in you. When you speak, I speak. When you move, I move. The signs and wonders I promised will follow you because you have chosen to put me first. This is the end of your struggle and the beginning of your dominion. Go forth in freedom, go forth in power, and go forth in the absolute certainty that your Father has already secured your victory. The world will see the change in you and wonder where your peace comes from. Tell them it comes from the voice that calls the stars by name. If you believe in this covenant, if you accept this final commission, and if you are ready to step into your destiny as a selected one, do not let this moment pass without sealing it. This is your final act of faith. If you haven't already joined this family of believers, by pressing the like button, subscribe to this channel right now. This is your way of telling heaven that you are part of the army of light that is rising in 2026. Do not wait, for the gates are moving. And now, I want you to go into the comments and type, "I choose faith," in all capital letters. By typing this, you are officially signing the decree of your freedom and locking this miracle into your physical reality. Let it be written in the heavens and manifested on the earth. Seal it now. It is done. It is finished. Amen. And share this message with someone who needs this word today.